Parvati Devi, Lord Shiva. Mo Parvati, Mayavadam Asat Sastram Prachanam Bodhimuchate, Mayavitan Devi Kalo Brahman Murtana. In the age of Kali Yuga, I come as a son, I come as a Brahmin, and I preach this ism called Mayavada. To eradicate Buddhism. Prabhupada calls it to eradicate atheism, because Buddhism is atheism. Shankaracharya, to eradicate Buddhism, what he did, he postulated Mayavada. But Mayavada is also equally dangerous. He's telling you, everyone, your God, I'm God, everybody is God. God is light, but there is no Krishna at all. If Shankaracharya is like a Vaishnava and Madhashambhu, Shankaracharya is that Vaishnava, topmost Vaishnava, why he preached Mayavada? The answer is Kali has to spread, Kali Yuga. Before Kali Yuga, at least 50% of people followed. But Kali, it has to degrade. So for the degradation has to happen in the society, first you should remove God in the center. You should remove Krishna from the center of the life. So Shankaracharya, what he did to do that, he removed Krishna, and he covered Krishna with the Brahman. Hey, God, there is no, what is that? God is Brahman. God is not Krishna. And you can worship anybody. That's when India, oh, you worship Durga, we worship Surya. Oh, you worship Hanuman, we worship Ganesha. So he started with 5 pictures. Slowly 5 became 6, 6 became 7, 7 became 8. And then some Babas came, some yogis came. But the goal of life is what? Either of these 10 pictures in my home, they'll give green card. And they'll give some, job. So you have more faith on material facilities. And you are using these gods as a doormat. So where is pure bhakti? So even though Shankaracharya did that in the beginning, at the end he preached Bhajagovinda slokas. Bhajagovindam, 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 Mudapate, Samprapte, Sanhite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati, Dukrum Karane. Hey, this materialistic education will not work. Take shelter of Govinda. He did that at the end. So the point is, when he preached this Mayavad and covered Krishna and established, Brahman light as the merging into the life of go as a goal. Practically, India today is like that actually. Lord Chaitanya went to South India. He said South Indians are powerful, like elephants, but they are clutched by the feet of a crocodile of Mayavada. So everyone thinks, but now they slowly that Mayavada is replaced with by worshipping so many gods. Slowly, that is also this. Devatas are replaced with yogis and babas. Now foreign religions are coming and giving you money. People are changing to foreign religions, which support meat eating, support illicit sex, support alcoholism, and gambling. So that is what's called degradation. But Krishna says in Chaitanya Charitamrita clearly explained, Brahman is not ultimate. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan is absolute truth. But if you see Bhagavatam, according to Bhagavatam, Krishna says, Brahmano hi pratishta ham amritasya cha vyayasya cha sasvitasya cha sasvitasya cha dharmasya sukaikantikasya cha. Krishna says, Brahman is my bodily effulgence. Light is there. Without sun, where can the light come? Sunlight. So if sunlight is Brahman, the analogy, comparison, if sunlight is there because of sun, so likewise Brahman is there because of Krishna. Brahman is Krishna's bodily effulgence. Similarly, Paramatma is Krishna's localized form. But Bhagavan realization is ultimate. Bhagavan realization is ultimate. And Krishna is that absolute truth. Etejamsa kalapamsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So who is the Supreme Personality of God? Now we are worshipping Krishna because he is absolute truth. Not like a flute, I worship Rama, Krishna's expansion. Or I like, I like flute, I worship Krishna. Or I like his expansion, Rama, who has bow, I love bow. No, there is no sentimentality here. We are worshipping Krishna because Krishna is absolute truth. And when we just finished 10th chapter, I told you clearly, Stavaranam Himalaya. You should speak like this. Why I'm telling this is you should be able to defend. Of all the mountains, I am Himalaya. Means it doesn't mean Krishna is Himalaya only. What does it mean? The potential energy these mountains are getting, every mountain is a Krishna. Every mountain is getting potential energy from Krishna. The topmost of the mountains, Himalaya, is also getting more energy from Krishna. Of all the fish, I am shark. Not that shark is Krishna. Fish are all getting, all the fishes are getting that spiritual energy from Krishna, including shark. Of all the bow carriers, I am Rama, Lord. I am Ram, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna says. Means all the incarnations are coming from Krishna only. Finally, Krishna says, Arjuna, how much can I tell? Adava bahunetena kimyadena tavarjana vistabhyam edo Krishnam kritsnam ekam sena sthito jagat. Arre, with a tiny spark of my splendor, I cover this entire cosmic manifestation with a tiny spark. That is Krishna. You have to understand. Not like, when a person goes behind two girls, it is Krishna. That is not Krishna. Krishna Tattva is very difficult to understand. So Brahman is his bodily effulgence, Paramatma is his localized form, but Krishna is that absolute truth. Haribol. Clear. Srila Prabhu, why I said Nirviseshan Shunyavada? Prabhupada came to, pure bhakti. What is the enemy to pure bhakti? Mayavada. Right? So what is Mayavad theory is, God is light. Krishna and Rama come from light. You and me have also come from light. One day I was listening to lecture and one person spoke nicely about Ram, and at the end he said, "You can also become Ram." This is like sweet rice, and you're throwing rice, sand in that at the end. So, or they think, all these forms, Brahman is the real, rest all illusory. Somebody comes to you and say, Krishna is illusory, Ram is illusory. How do you feel? What a pain it creates. That's why Vaishnavacharya starting from Ramanuja. Ramacharya established Sishadvaita, established Vaishnava. God is Krishna. God is Narayan. Madhvacharya established God is Krishna. What is that? Vishnu Swami, Rudra Sampradaya. He also established Radha and Krishna worship. Nimvarkacharya worshipped Kumar Sampradaya, Radha and Krishna worship. That's the ultimate. You're understanding? So, Krishna, this question Arjun is asking, why I told this introduction last week is one has to defend. You should be able to defend. Not that which out some, oh, you go to Hanuman temple, I go to this temple. Oh, you go to that temple, I go to this temple. Krishna is not any other temple. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone, all these Jivatatva, all the Devatas, they are Jivas. They die. They may live long, but they die too. So, this is what Klesha Arjuna is asking this question to Krishna. Which one I should worship? Which one is higher? Your impersonal worshipping of impersonal form is higher, or worshipping your personal form in Bhakti Yoga is higher. Krishna is telling my worshipping my personal form is the highest. And worshipping my impersonal form is very difficult. Klesho adhikatarastesham avyaktasakta chetasam avyaktahigatar dukkam deham apapyasi. So first of all, impersonal Brahman relation is difficult. Why difficult? You have a personal form. When you look at somebody, you look at their face. For Brahman, what will you look at? That's why these people, they worship Krishna and Ram, even though their goal is Brahman. I want to tell you a small story, if you all permit me. Should I tell?
Haribol.
Okay. Why I'm telling you, Lord Chaitanya, one day, so his name is, our Raghunath Bhatta Goswami was coming to Puri to see Lord Chaitanya from Bengal. On his way, he came across a nice a person called Ramdas Viswas. Ramdas Viswas, he would always chant Ram name. And he was so extremely humble. And he carried the luggage of Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. And always he chanted Ram, Ram, Ram. Raghunath Bhatta Goswami was very impressed. Wow, you have so much service attitude. You're always chanting Ram's name. So, but when he went to Puri, Lord Chaitanya, when he saw Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, he was so happy. He was all tears. Embraced him, bathed his body with tears. Raghunath, Lord Chaitanya, who is an emblem of humility and hospitality, did not even look at Ramdas Viswas. Raghunath Bhatta Goswami was surprised why Lord Chaitanya is doing that. So Raghunath Bhatta Goswami may not know, but Lord Chaitanya as a super soul present in the heart of Ramdas Viswas knew Ramdas Viswas is doing all these things to become one with Ram. To become one with Ram and enjoy Sita. So that is a mentality of Hanuman or a mentality of Ravana? Anybody? Online?
Ravana.
Ravana.
Yeah, that's why we are dead against. Lord Chaitanya said, Mayavad Bhasha Sunile Hoi Sarvanas. If you listen to Mayavad, if you read their books, and if you associate with them, your bhakti is destroyed. Because for them, Rama's form, Krishna's form is illusion, Rama's form is illusion. But then what is true then? Brahman. You know, it is bogus. Lord Chaitanya wanted to tell this to the whole world. He was beating Advaitacharya. Advaitacharya was actually preaching this Mayavad philosophy. Lord Chaitanya started beating him. Hey, if you want to preach Mayavad philosophy, I was sleeping on the milk ocean. Why did you come and why did you call me? Advaitacharya said, thank you for beating me. Thank you for accepting me as your servant. Earlier you were telling, I'm your servant, you are my guru, guru's god brother. Where is that gone? So Advaitacharya tricked Lord Chaitanya. So the point is, we should have to be very clear. A person who worships impersonal form of Krishna is an atheist. Prabhupada came to eradicate that impersonalism. One person asked me today, you're Advaiti or Advaiti? Oof. I said, you come to our temple, then we'll talk. As though, they are two different schools. So, it's preaching is very important, sirs and ma'ams. Preach aggressively. But however, Mayavadis, when they take the association of devotees, there is a possibility of becoming a devotee. There's a possibility of becoming a devotee. Now, so Krishna made it very clear, worshipping my personal form is higher. After that, Krishna is telling, Tesham samurdata mritti samsara sagarat bhavamina chiraparda maya veshita chetasam. Those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotion service, and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me. O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of cycle, from the ocean of birth and death. If you worship Krishna, in that personal form and through Bhakti Yoga, always meditating on Krishna or his devotees, तेषाम अहम समर्दत्तम मृत्यु संसार सागरात भवामने उच्चर पारदास मय्यावेसिता चेतसam. So Krishna is telling, hey, I'll take you back to Godhead. Now, 8th verse, last week we did this also, we're repeating again. Krishna is telling, that's why you fixed your mind upon me 24/7. Mayeva manadatsva. Mayi buddhim nivesaya. Nivasishyasi mayeva atvurdam nu samsaya. What is Krishna telling? Just to fix your mind upon me. Who is Krishna? Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhagavan Krishna. And engage your intelligence in me. Means you work for me, you meditate on me. And you will come back to me. That's why sages what they do? What they used to do? They would go to forest and meditate on Krishna. Dhyanavastita tatgatena manasa pasyanti yam yogina. What do the yogis meditate? They would meditate on Krishna. But you say, like, I am married, sir, I am working, I have to pay mortgage to our home. I cannot meditate on you 24/7. And who will pay mortgage? I want to, but I can't. So what is this? This is the highest stage, always meditating on Krishna. Who meditate on Krishna always and attain perfection? Very good. And who else? Kama, snehad, bhayad, krodad. With intense love, gopis attain perfection. Yadus, family members, they were, because of their intense family perfection, Yadus attained perfection. Sneha. Gopis attained perfection out of a prema. And Yadus, they attained perfection out of a family affection. Sneha. Friendship. But ever since comes a herd, hey, that eighth child of Devaki will kill you. Always out of fear, Kamsa meditated. But Kamsa's is not, whatever Kamsa's meditation was not bhakti. Why? It is Vairabhava, enmity. But because he meditated, even though negatively, with an intent to kill Krishna, still he meditated. He merged in Brahman effulgence. He merged in Krishna's Brahman effulgence. That is another point. Demons, when Krishna kills them, they will merge into Brahman effulgence. We don't need to do sadhana to merge into Brahman. Demons also, they merge into Brahman. So you're merging into Brahman means what? Are you a demon or what? So what is the destination for those people who will attain Brahman? When demons are killed in the hands of Krishna, they'll merge into Brahman. You don't need to do sadhana to merge into Brahman anyway. Do wrong things and Krishna will kill you and you'll merge into Brahman. Prabhupada says that.
But for that, they have to be demons, Prabhu. Demons also require many qualifications. It's not
True.
easy to become a strong demon against Krishna.
I know, I agree. So that's a long path also. So but no, what Prabhupada says is that's why I touched. But you're right. Because if you're a small demon, Krishna, Maya will kill you. Krishna will kill you through COVID. When Krishna kills you through COVID, then you will not merge in Brahman. Only Krishna has to come and kill. That until Krishna comes, it takes very long time. Then you have to be doing all types of sins. It's a very long path. Just chant Hare Krishna and follow four real principles. Prabhupada says, I'll take you back to God at this lifetime. So, what is the easiest way to go back to Godhead? If anyone, I have a question. Do you want to go back to Godhead?
Yes, Prabhu.
Then you meditate on Krishna all the time. Difficult. Lord Chaitanya gave one process. What is that? Chant Hare Krishna.
Naam Sankirtan.
Chant Hare Krishna. Krishna, he says, you chant Hare Krishna. You want to remember Krishna? What is the best way to remember Krishna? Chant his name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. But they say, no, I cannot do always because I'm busy. I have family, I have a job, I have kids. Okay, no, then the next one. If you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, always, Then follow regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, you develop a desire to attain me. That's what we do. What do you do? We follow four regulative principles. We chant Krishna's name. The 9 types of bhakti we follow. And we all belong to second category. You're all listening or not? We all belong to second category. So you cannot do full time and continuously meditate on Krishna, no problem. What you do? You just follow for to get initiated, follow bhakti principles, you will have a strong desire to attain me. You'll come back to me. Some people say, sir, I cannot do that. I'm sorry. Then he's telling, if you cannot do bhakti yoga, then do service to me. What is that?
Do service.
You cannot give your life, and to give your hours, give your intelligence, or become a donor. Become a donor. No, serious.
Not only pledge donor, but actual donor.
So you work for me means what? How many people can work for Krishna? All right, I work, a portion I give. Rupa Goswami says give 50%. I cannot give 50%. All right, give whatever you can. So, if you cannot practice pure Bhakti Yoga principles, you work for Krishna. Or whatever work you give fruits of that work to Krishna. Then what happens? Then slowly you will develop a desire. When you become a donor, you will eventually become a devotee also. So I cannot do that. You cannot do that. If you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all the results of your work and try to be self-situated. Actually previous sloka is you work for me. The next verse is you give your results of your work to me. First one means you dedicate your time to me. You dedicate your prana. If not prana, you dedicate your time. This one, you dedicate your results of your work. 50% donation is here actually. The previous one, you give your lifetime time to me. This one, no. Give your artha to me. Then you say, I cannot do that also. Then you cannot do that also. Then cultivate knowledge. What is that?
Cultivate.
Come to Bhagavad Gita classes and acquire knowledge. Oh, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am not the body. Then I'll chant 4 rounds. Then I'll chant 8 rounds, 12 rounds. Then eventually you will come to the second level. How many of you are understanding? You're understanding or not? Some doubt. Sure? Then 11th verse is over. 12th verse, Krishna is telling, my Lord, I cannot cultivate knowledge. I cannot come and attend Bhagavad Gita classes. If you cannot come and cultivate knowledge, then Krishna is telling, go for meditation. You have a problem. You're too much sense enjoyer. That's why you're not willing to follow all these things. So then do you yoga and pranayam and do the meditation. Do the meditation. He says, I cannot do that also. If you cannot do that also, Then, better than meditation is a renunciation of fruits of action. Renunciation of fruits of action means what? Okay, you're working, he's telling, whatever you're working, again, you renounce that for any social cause. But when you start doing that, it will give you peace of mind. So what Krishna is telling, if not A, B, if not B, C, if not C, D. Likewise, Krishna is giving you literal different options. How many of you are understanding? What is the first one? Let us summarize.
Always think of Krishna. Always meditate.
Can you see this? Fix your mind upon me. That's the first one. Always think of Krishna. You say you cannot. Then what? Practice Bhakti Yoga principles. You can't do that. No Bhakti principles, including four elements. Then what? If not, surrender your work unto me. If not, give results to a good cause. If not, look for other process. If not Bhakti Yoga, then go for Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. How many of you understood?
One question. That verse 12, the Krishna said, if it's not, then you have to go meditation. So meditation on based on what? Like you have to meditate on Krishna or
Okay, basically, which one you're talking about?
yeah, this 12, this meditation.
See, we'll read, I'll tell you. Prabhupada is writing, first of all, practice pure devotional service. Fix your mind on Krishna. Krishna means Krishna who is present on the battlefield as a charioteer of Arjuna. You say, I cannot do that. You cannot do that, follow regulated principles of Bhakti Yoga and worship Krishna. You say, I cannot do that. Then give your fruits of action. Become a donor. Do some service. I cannot do some service. Then I'll become a donor. I cannot. So meditation here means, then acquire knowledge. Come to Bhagavad Gita. When you start acquiring knowledge, when you acquire knowledge, you understand I'm a spirit soul. Oh, you're a spirit soul. Krishna is the supreme soul. Oh, really? Then I'll meditate on Krishna. So, but again, this is one more thing. But if you cannot meditate and if you cannot accept Krishna as supreme, then he's telling, there is Brahman meditation also. There is meditation of Brahma also, So when you cannot follow bhakti, then you follow something else. Eventually that bring you there. If you cannot become a bhakti yogi, become ashtanga yogi. If you cannot become ashtanga yogi, become a jnana yogi. If you are not becoming a jnana yogi, you do from, further. So basically Krishna is actually lowering his grades. You start from somewhere, sir. That is what is a moral? Moral is start somewhere and elevate yourself. That is the point actually. Now the very important thing is Krishna is what makes Krishna happy with regard to a devotee. Very important. 13th verse. What is 13th verse? Very wonderful verse. अद्वेष्ट सर्वभूतानां मैत्राकरण एवच निर्ममो निरहंकार समदुःख सुखक्षमे संतुष्ट सततम योगी Yatatma Dhruvanishchaya, Mayarpita Manobuddhari Yamad Bhakta Samapriya. Ladies and gentlemen, devotees, do you really want to please Krishna? Cultivate these qualities. We should try at least. How many of you want to try? So, what is Krishna telling? What is Krishna telling?
One is not envious, but
This is what attitude towards oneself, no pride or attachment. Dealings with others, no envy or enmity. What is the vision of life? Satisfied, equipoised, and positive. And relationship to God, full, faithful, and absorbed. That's it. What is the attitude? No pride. In Vamandev Leela, Vaman Leela, Vamandev told, Vamandev asked Bali Maharaj, give me 3 steps of land. Bali Maharaj couldn't give. He gave 2 steps of land because Vamandev covered everything. And he said, what about 3rd step? Bali Maharaj said, I don't have. Then Vamandev, Bali Maharaj said, put it on my head. And Vamandev said, arrest him with Varuna ropes. And all the ministers were scolding. Earlier they were ministers, now they lost everything. Now they lost everything. So all the ministers were scolding. Then Brahma became a lawyer for Bali Maharaj. Brahma became a lawyer. My lord, somebody gives you little fruit, flower, water, leaf. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yame bhaktya prayachati. Tadaham bhakti pahvatam masnami prayatatmana. My lord, if somebody gives you little water, fruit, a little leaf, small leaf, flower, you will be happy. This person has given you everything. And why are you treating him so harshly? Then Vamandev said, when my devotee becomes proud, I cannot tolerate. I take everything from him. So you want to become dear to Krishna. What is that one quality? No pride, pridelessness, manasunyata. Free from pride, free from attachment. Nirasa, nirmama. No attachment. Everything is owned by Krishna. Amrish Maharaj, I don't think even nobody's, nobody can be richer than Amrish Maharaj. But why Amrish Maharaj has occupied pages of Srimad Bhagavatam? Even though he was an emperor, he never felt he was emperor. Everything is owned by Krishna only. No attachment. So if you have no pride and if you don't have an attachment, you have only attachment for Krishna. That makes Krishna very happy. Kolavach Sridhar, no pride. Shuklambar Brahmachari, no pride. Krishna, Lord Chaitanya loved them actually. You're listening or not?
Yes.
So, then dealings with others. Adveshta sarabhutanam. Actually, this is very difficult. Envy. When you deal with others, no envy. We should pray sincerely. My Lord, please remove my envy. What makes Krishna very happy? When we are not envious of others. That's why we should pray, my Lord, please remove my envy on others. When somebody is doing very well, what is envy? Somebody is doing very well, Krishna gives them results. Krishna gives them all the all the facilities. Then we become envious. My Lord, why are you giving it to me? You should give it to me, not to him. If you are envious that person, we are envious of Krishna only. Why? How? Who is there? Krishna says, I am the ability of human beings. So that person is attaining everything. Who is behind him? Krishna. If you are envious that person, we are envious of whom? That's it. If you are envious of that person, we are envious of Krishna only. So what we should do? Actually, when Sachin Tendulkar scores a century, you are not envious of Sachin Tendulkar. Yes or no? Whatever we are good at, somebody else excels us. Somebody else excels there and crosses us. Your same colleague in the Bhakti Ruksha, suddenly he gets promotion, becomes a team lead. Abba, difficult. Our same Bhakti Ruksha member, they purchased a Tesla car. Difficult. They purchased 20-bedroom home, a 10-bedroom home. Difficult. Understanding, Anna? So whatever we are good at, whatever desires we have, we are longing to achieve, when somebody else achieves, our heart pains with envy. So what is the medicine for envy? Medicine for envy is you have to appreciate devotee. Congratulations, Prabhu. You have purchased Tesla. Congratulations. What is that?
Appreciate technology.
You appreciate them. Actually, envy means indirect appreciation. Why indirect appreciation? Appreciate them directly. Prabhu, congratulations. When you congratulate him open-heartedly, wholeheartedly, then you become his friend and you will not envy him. But whenever thought comes, you keep on congratulating. Whenever thought comes,
Keep on.
keep on congrats. Keep on appreciating.
Now, if anyone congratulates within this group, they will know why it's congratulating.
No, not like that. No. It's actually congratulations. Appreciation is if you genuinely appreciate, you'll not have envy for him. Okay, Krishna has given you congratulations, Prabhu. Thank you.
But 1 or 2 times, if always, then he will say what is going.
You appreciate in the mind, Prabhu. You don't need to give every time. Night 11 o'clock, you knock his doors and say, you don't knock his door at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock and say appreciate him. You're all listening or not? This envy is a deadly disease. When we are envious of anybody, we are envious of when we are envious of anybody, we are envious of
Krishna.
Prahlad Maharaj says a person who is envious is a demon, Rakshas. He's an asura. So if we genuinely pray when this type of feelings come to us, my Lord, please remove, oh Harinam, please remove these impurities of envy, greed, pride. Then if you sincerely endeavor, Krishna will be very happy with you. This devotee is trying, very good. Krishna gives you strength to conquer that. And what is the vision of a life? Satisfied, equipoised, and happy. Santushta satatam yogi, always satisfied. Santushta satatam yogi, yatatma drudha nishchaya. Can everyone say this? What will please Krishna? Non-envious, kind friend to everyone, who does not think himself as proprietor, free from false ego, equal in happiness and distress, tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, engaged in bhakti with determination. Such devotee is very dear, very important. You're all listening or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
See this? Can you see this screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Towards oneself, no pride and attachment. Towards others, no envy and enmity. What is the vision of life? Satisfied. Equipoised means happiness comes, thank you, my Lord. Distress comes, thank you, my Lord. Positive, always something positive. And relationship with Krishna, faithful and absorbed. That's it. These qualities are, if you cultivate these qualities, you will go to the front pages of Krishna. If you cultivate these qualities, we will go to the front pages of and second thing, Yasmano dijite loko, lokano dijite che, harshamarsh bhayodveger, mukto yas sachame priya. You should not give trouble to unnecessary trouble to anybody. And when somebody gives you trouble, you should not be disturbed. Wow. Very important line. Don't give trouble to anybody. What is that?
Don't give trouble to him.
When somebody is giving trouble, you should not be disturbed. Somebody is giving you trouble. What you can do? Prabhu, you can tell them softly, Prabhu, that's not good. What you're doing is not good. But you don't, somebody is giving trouble, you don't become envious of them. Or you don't pick up quarrel. How many of you remember Suniti's instruction to Dhruva? Suniti told Dhruva, Suruchi is putting Dhruva in difficulty, yes or no?
Yes.
Suruchi said, you die, worship Narayan, then die and take birth from my home. That's a heavy statement. And what is Suniti telling? Everyone is with me. Is everyone listening?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So Suniti is telling, this is exactly what Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita. Don't wish anything inauspicious for others. Anyone who inflicts pains upon others suffers himself from the same pain. Yasmano dvijite loko, lokane dvijite che. A person who doesn't give trouble to anybody. So, what is the first instruction of Suniti? That's what Krishna is telling also. If you give pain to others, you will get that pain. And what is the second instruction? Give up your envious attitude. Your stepmother is telling, go to forest and meditate on Narayan. Do that. Wow. What is the third instruction? Take shelter of Krishna and worship him to fulfill your desire. So, what is Krishna telling you? Telling us, you don't put anyone into difficulty. When somebody puts you into difficulty, don't be disturbed. Happiness comes, okay. Distress comes, that is also Krishna. Which is not easy, right? How many of you agree it is not easy?
Not at all easy.
Not at all easy. Health issue, Krishna is telling, headache is also given by Krishna. You should see Krishna in that headache. Second World War, Prabhupada is cooking, bombs were falling in Calcutta. Prabhupada is seeing bombs as Krishna. These bombs are sent by Krishna. Wow. And Krishna is telling, Anapeksha suchirdaksha udasino gatavyatha sarvarama parityagi yamad bhakta sami priya. What are the other qualities Krishna is telling? Who do not dependent upon ordinary course of activities. What is the ordinary course of activity? Eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. People don't do that. Pure, expert, very pure, strictly follow 4 principles. And daksha, capable, without cares. So it's telling, basically, you do the work for the sake of work. Sincerely try your best. Not like result comes, I got the result. And happiness comes if you expand like a balloon. Distress comes, you will be like a deflated tire. Happiness comes, thank you, my Lord, very grateful. Distress comes, thank you, my Lord, for today, for me, tomorrow, happiness comes and goes, distress comes and goes.
Or one get used to it also.
So there is next verse. One who neither rejoices nor grieves, neither laments nor desires, who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. People don't work for punya or papa. Just they do pure bhakti. Krishna is very happy with them. This is very wonderful. What will please Krishna? One is equal to friends and enemies. Maharaj Yudhishthir never considered Duryodhana enemy. But Duryodhana considered Yudhishthir enemy. And equipoised in honor and dishonor. Equipoised in honor and dishonor. Prabhupada, when he would sell this Back to God magazines for a few pice in Delhi streets. And sometimes people would reject him. Prabhupada had no problem. He was rejected for 3 decades. How many decades?
3 days.
Wow. Heat and cold. Happiness and distress. Fame and infamy. Can I give an example? I told this in yesterday Bhagavatam class. Basically, if you can transcend the bodily consciousness, majority of things you can achieve. You become free from bodily consciousness. This Prabhu one day, he wanted to take Gopal Krishna Maharaj to a program. Then what happened? And the secretary said Maharaj is going to come at any time. He told Prabhu, there is no gas in the car. I will fill the gas and come. I'll fill the gas and come. No, Maharaj is coming right now. Like that, he made him wait for 2 hours. Finally, Maharaj came. And they have to go very far. This Prabhu, first thing, he turned off AC. This summer months, in India, if there is no AC, what happens? Very difficult, right? Maharaj understood something is going, something wrong is happening. Maharaj said, what's happening? Then he had to reveal, Maharaj, there is not so much petrol, gasoline. So I'm sorry I turned off. Hope it's a lot of inconvenience to you. Maharaj said he's heat or cold, itna fark nahi padta. It's very heat, it's heat or cold, there's no such difference. Amazing. Means he has become free from that bodily platform. Jayapada Maharaj, what is that? Ever since he became sick, he never reduced his travel. Still same continue, same travel. So there is a liver problem, there is actually kidneys, cancer, happiness, distress. What is for them? What is their happiness? Okay, this Prabhu gave up his bad habits, started chanting 16 notes. So happiness comes, that's Krishna. You get COVID, that is also Krishna. That is also Krishna's mercy. Getting job is Krishna's mercy. Getting COVID is also Krishna's mercy. When you understand this, happiness or distress, fame or infamy, and you practice bhakti. Is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied. Are you satisfied? Satisfaction is a person who can be satisfied, a person whose mind is controlled is satisfied. So a person who is fixed in knowledge and a person who is doing bhakti, Krishna is telling, I'm very happy with him. And Krishna is telling, those who follow this impersonal path of devotional service, who completely engage themselves in with faith, making me supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. So you're all very dear to Krishna. Why? What is the goal of life? Attaining Krishna Prema. What is the process to attain Krishna Prema?
Chanting.
Bhakti Yoga, chanting the holy name. And because we are following sincerely, we are all following. We are with Krishna, we become very dear to Krishna. That's why one should be very careful. Maya can capture at any time. Maya can attack any time. So as long as we are focused on pleasing Krishna by cultivating these wonderful qualities, then Maya cannot do anything. Any question or comment?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Tanvat Pranam. I have a question. All these options that Krishna gave from A, B, C, D that we were just discussing. So if you follow C right now, if you're at a level C, then you eventually get elevated to B, and then from B to A, and that's where A, in the option A, Krishna guarantees that you will come to me. Is that how it works? Even though if you are at B right now, then eventually you get elevated to A, and that's where Krishna is guaranteeing to that you'll come back. So is that how it works, right?
Yes.
Prabhuji? Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to confirm. Thank you.
So the point is, eventually, what is that? You should be Krishna conscious, fully Krishna conscious. Actually, we have to try our best, Amma.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Krishna will take care of the rest. Don't worry, So try your best and Krishna will help.
Yes,
That's the
thank
goal.
you.
Krishna is not a hard-headed father. Hey, you still the second level. You have not come to first level. I'll not take you back to Godhead. He'll not say that. Krishna says you tried your best. I'm really happy for you. Krishna is not a very tough, hard-hearted master. You work 8 hours, you will be paid only 8 hours. Like that. Not 2 plus 2 is for Krishna, 2 plus 2 is not 4. 2 plus 2 is infinity, 2 minus 2 is also infinity. So Krishna sees your endeavor, sincerity. As long as you're sincere, you sincerely try your best, Krishna is happy with you. But I understood your question. Slowly you have to elevate from third level to second level to first level, right? Yes, that is the thing.
And my next question is, Prabhuji, you said that some we always have to stay equipoised. So if
Mhm.
something wrong is happening, you do not raise a voice, you tolerate it, you become tolerant.
Something wrong is happening, I'm not like that. Thank you. Nice question. Equipoise, like, you're sick. You got COVID. You got COVID. Then what you will do? Okay, you take medicines and you accept it in your life and remain cool, calm, rather than being worried what will happen, what will happen. But
Mhm.
something wrong is happening in your life. Somebody is abusing you. You don't tolerate, if it's possible to change, you should change it. Tell them, hey, what you're doing is not good.
Okay.
You're understanding or not?
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
Why not?
Mhm.
So, okay, but this is the thing, somebody, if there is some exploitation, you can humbly tell them they cannot do this. And if possible, stay away from them. But you love Krishna so much, Krishna is present in their heart. You don't have any, ill feelings towards them. Understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Though they try to do. And that actually we are not there on that platform, but we should cultivate, we should try to cultivate. Not that for that we need Sambandha Gyan. We need to be theoretically convinced that Krishna is present in their heart.
And praying helps rather than sometimes, because is that
Definitely.
yourself? Okay.
Praying also helps. You pray for them. You pray to Krishna to relieve you from that situation also. That is also possible.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Anyone has any question or comment?
Prabhuji, how to be in the elevated stage? Like, once you get elevated, that is not necessary that we get elevated all the time. Like, we can also come down the next day or so after some time. So, how to be elevated at
Good
that?
sadhana. Good sadhana is important. Good sadhana, good service attitude, and actually the qualities. Let me show you. Can everyone see the screen? From 13 to 70, it is not easy. From 13 to 70, if we try to apply, these qualities will make Krishna, at the end Krishna says, is very dear to me, is very dear to me, is very dear to me. Can you see the screen? Is very dear to me, is very dear to me, very dear to me. So what makes Krishna happy for us? Krishna is telling us. That's why it's Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means there will be three people: Bhakta, Bhagavan, and Bhakti process. So we should try our best to follow them. We may not follow all, we should try. So what is that? Your question, how to remain elevated in that stage? Good sadhana and good service attitude. So anyway, goal of life is samsiddhir haritoshanam atah punbi dvijasreshta varnasana vivagasa swansithasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. What is the goal of varnashram dharma? Please Krishna. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. Not please our ego. We should please Krishna. We should not try to please our senses, our mind, but instead we should try to please Krishna. So Krishna is telling what will please him, he is telling. What will please him? Attitude towards oneself, no pride and attachment. Dealings with others, no envy, no enmity. Vision of life, be satisfied, equipoised and positive. With Krishna, be faithful. Krishna will do. Definitely Krishna will protect me. Rakshatishyati iti vishwaso. Krishna, we should have that faith on Krishna. And be absorbed. We should have faith only Krishna, not anything else, not anybody else. Very important. Any other question or comment?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Dandapranan. Prabhuji, I had a question. Like, as you spoke, like Shankaracharya also spoke about devotion to Krishna in the end, and he also wrote the Krishna Ashtakam, right, Prabhuji? So,
Mhm.
why did his followers not adopt it? What
No,
happened at that time they didn't adopt it?
actually, the last line I missed this. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question again? I'll repeat, please.
Yes, Prabhuji. So, Shankaracharya also spoke about devotion to Krishna in the end, and he
Ah,
also wrote the Krishna Ashtakam, right, Prabhuji? So, why did his
Jagannathashtakam.
followers not
Jagannathashtakam was
Krishna
written.
Ashtakam? No,
Krishnashtakam
no,
also,
Krishna
okay.
Ashtakam, Prabhuji.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so why did his followers not adopt it? What happened at that time? They didn't adopt it, Krishna Bhakti.
Okay, thank you, ma. Actually, Shankaracharya throughout his life, he worked very hard at defeating Buddhists. And to defeat Buddhists, he postulated this Mayavad theory. Instead of giving a direct meaning, he gave the indirect meaning. But Shankaracharya is a devotee because Krishna told him to cover him. Cover his Krishna's form so that the Kali would spread. Shankaracharya did that job as Lord Shiva. You know, um, but at the end, yes, definitely. He wrote. Shankaracharya is the one who wrote Jagannath Ashtakam also, and in Tirupati he established Sri Chakra, and Shankaracharya personal deity is Narsingadev. Very interesting. Shankaracharya has his worshipful deity is Narsingadev, but he preached impersonalism, you know, only to bewilder the atheists, you know. So at the end, though he preached Mayavad in the beginning, at the end of the life he gave Bhajagovinda slokas also. And actually he wrote Bhajagovinda slokas and left the world actually. So his followers say Bhajagovinda nahi nahi rakshati, Bhajagovindam, 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 Modamate, a fool. You know, at the time of death, this Dukran Karane, this AA, BACA and all the software will not work. What works? Bhajagovinda, Hare Krishna works. His follower says, for fools it is Hare Krishna. So for fools it is Hare Krishna. For knowledge people, for intelligent people, it is actually knowledge. That's why Lord Chaitanya went to Benares. They say, hey, you are one amongst us. I mean, you are also sannyasi from Bharati Sampradaya. Why are you not hanging on with us and read books, Vedanta Sutra? We are jnanis. For them, jnana is ultimate. Bhakti is for sentimentalists. Lord Chaitanya said, my guru told me I'm a sentimental, I'm a fool number one. Knowledge is not for you. You chant this mantra. When I chanted the mantra, I was becoming ecstatic. I went and told my guru. My guru said, that is the nature of this mantra. You just, rather than cultivating this jnana, knowledge, reading books, you just do this. Goal of life is attaining love of God. And what he did, in the beginning, Lord Chaitanya was a scholar, Nimai Pandit. And he's telling Kali Yuga is not for jnana. Kali Yuga is for Harinam. Then Lord Chaitanya engaged them in discussion, and Lord Chaitanya defeated them actually. He showed all the faults and defeated Prakashana Saraswati had 60,000 sannyas disciples. He was like a crownless king of Puri, of Vakasi. But he defeated him. And they all changed into Bhakti tradition. You're listening, right? So what happened is, at the end, the followers, they think for fools it is Bhajagovindam, I mean Hare Krishna. For intellectuals it is a knowledge. But that's not what he said. His personal deity is Narsingadev. You're listening?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Great.
Anyone wants to add anything? Any
Uh,
questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ah.
Prabhuji, would like to understand, like Buddhaji's 10th incarnation, he could have set up the Bhakti Yoga that time also, but he set up like non-violence things and such. So, what is the, I mean, like each incarnation has the own objective. So, was that the objective, and why was that objective?
Buddha's thing is a temporary fix. Buddha actually, what is that? Sadaya Hridaya Darsita Pasukatam Keshavadrita Buddha Sere Jai Jai Sere. Narasimhadev came in the afternoon. In the evening, he killed Hiranyakasipu and protected Prahlad and left. Narasimha's incarnation is only one purpose: protect Prahlad. Vamandev incarnation also one purpose. What is that? Take everything from Bali Maharaj and give it to Devatas. But for Krishna, for Ram, and all, they have an elaborate, they want to please the devotees, then they took birth, they went, they go through, some troubles, so there are pastimes only to engage you in bhakti eventually when you read those things. But other incarnations are very short actually, Varahadev came and he dredged the earth, brought the earth on the surface. That's it. Another time he killed Hiranyaksha, 2 times actually. So likewise, Buddha's thing is a temporary fix. Animals were suffering, Buddha came and he rejected Karmakanda portion. And he established, he said like, you guys give it up and you follow me right now. Buddha said, but the temporary fix, because it is away from, because his purpose was to stop animal killing. That's why Buddha rejected Vedas. But Shankaracharya came and re-established Vedas. And Vaishnavacharya's Bhakti, Bhakti yogis came back and re-established the Bhakti Yoga. So Lord Chaitanya finally improvised on this and he preached Krishna Prema. So those who follow Krishna, the path of Lord Chaitanya, they'll attain Krishna Prema. Those who cannot follow, they'll continue the cycle of birth and death. The Kali Yuga right anyway. You're understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Any question? Otherwise, I'll end. Only one thing, Pranashut, yes.
Prabhuji, one quick question, Prabhuji. In the 15th verse, the first line, yes, Yasman no dvijate loko, it's in our hand, Prabhuji. We don't cause any difficulty. But the second line is very tough, Prabhuji. Lokan no dvijate chahai. And someone is hitting our false ego, like again and again. One thing is that's painful. And remembering this verse, it gives even more pain. That Krishna, I am not getting dear to Krishna because I'm feeling sad because of this. So, how to improve ourselves, Raj?
Okay, nice question actually. See now, actually one day, see Prabhu, I agree with you, it requires maturity. One day Srila Prabhupada was in Toronto. One person challenged Prabhupada. He challenged Prabhupada. And Prabhupada also, it was a heated exchange. Because Prabhupada was trying to defend Krishna consciousness. Then everything was over. And Prabhupada called Gopalakrishna Maharaj and said, just call that person, I don't want him to go away because of me. So maybe Prabhupada felt, he also spoke heavily. Usually when you defeat somebody, their ego is hurt. They will not come back. So Prabhupada said, see Prabhupada, My karma is like that. Please call him back. Wow, what a person. Huh? So Prabhu is not affected. Actually, for this to happen, this is the answer. You need to have a good sambandha jnana. Sambandha jnana means I'm not the body, I'm a spirit soul. You should be convinced of the fact. When somebody is hurting us, usually they're hurting our mind, our ego. False ego. We are not the mind and we are not the false ego. For that, we need to be convinced that we are not the body but spirit soul. You know? Then when you see Krishna in others' hearts, at least theoretically you know Krishna is present in their heart, you won't hurt them. Or when they are hurting you, you will understand your karma is coming back to you. They are not the reason. You know? Avanti Brahmana, they were urinating in his food. 11th canto Bhagavatam. They were spitting on his face. They were passing air on his face. What is Avanti Brahmana telling? My suffering, who is the reason? My mind, uncontrolled mind is the reason. Not the planetary systems, not my bad karma. Who is the reason? My mind is the reason. Uncontrolled mind. But again, somebody is hurting you. Okay, Krishna said, yes, no. When somebody is hurting you, don't be hurt. You should go and embrace them. And again, when they slap you, second day also, no. When you understand their nature, you draw lines. You don't cross the line, you don't allow them to cross the lines. But Krishna is, whatever they did in the past, Krishna is present in the heart, you forgive them. But at the same time, you don't allow them to slap you again and again. Draw the lines and you don't cross it and allow others to cross. You know? When mind is sad, it means it's a trick of Maya. Try to focus on something else, concrete and positive. You know, Krishna conscious thing. That way, you'll save yourself from this type of things. What do you think?
Yes, Prabhuji.
We'll try, Prabhu, at least. That's what I can do.
Definitely, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So should we end it here? Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanam vaishnavya namo ananta vaishnavya. Only one thing, everyone, you know, you got, I sent an assignment and, you know, you have 1 month time to write both exams, chapter 6 and chapter 12. You know? So somebody said, you know, they have Rath Yatra. So what we do is we will do when 28th. One more thing, actually next week there is no class actually. We have Rath Yatra here. We are doing
Panihati and Rath Yatra.
we have a Rath Yatra till 8 o'clock, you know. We have Rath Yatra, so if you want we can do it 8 o'clock, but you know, anyway we can cancel it. Can we do it? Can you write exam otherwise? Okay, if we have Rath Yatra, you cannot do it. So all right, next week there is no class actually. Everyone, can you hear? There is no class next week.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, both the exams by 30th June, assignment 4 and assignment 3.
Yes, Sama. You know, by month end, you know, we just, today is the first, that's it. You have 1 month time. Yes. Take 1 month and finish, yes. So we will do this exam on 28th.
28 to Sunday है Prabhu. तो Canton का
हाँ?
Canton Rath Yatra है.
नहीं, आपका problem है. You can write exam. Okay, we have Rath Yatra on 28th also.
Yeah, Prabhuji, we have Rath Yatra in Boston on 28th.
Oof. So then we do the first week of July. Okay, my point to you, you know, you guys write the exam and we'll, you know, some other day, you know, we'll think Sundays are not working. We should not do the exam on Sunday. You know, you do the exam on Saturday.
Yeah,
Otherwise, this exam will never happen.
Yes.
You do the exam on Saturday, or you can do it before that, Saturday 27th.
Yeah.
Do you all agree?
Is the exam? What is the assignments we complete and submit? How is the exam, Prabhu? How does that work?
It is a closed book. We'll send you the email, exactly 5 minutes before the exam.
Okay.
And 2 hours closed book. We have full faith.
Yeah.
You don't see anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You don't use Chat GPT and closed book exam. But basically, whatever you study, it will come there only. Repeat it, from assignments.
Excellent, Prabhu. Thank you.
So we'll end it here.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Vaishnava